Have you ever sat alone in a dark room, quietly watching the city lights outside, feeling completely empty inside? Have you ever smiled and laughed in a crowded room, yet deep down, you just wanted to disappear? We live in a world that's more connected than ever before. With a single touch, we can send messages, make calls, and meet hundreds of people online. And yet, we feel lonelier than ever. But is solitude something to be afraid of? Or is it in fact a gift? A pause in life's chaos that allows us to truly listen to ourselves? Today, I want to talk with you about solitude, about the days when you are by yourself, and about how we can learn to embrace it rather than fear it. Many people confuse solitude with loneliness, but they are not the same. Loneliness is feeling abandoned, disconnected, even when surrounded by people. Solitude is choosing to be alone, yet feeling at peace and complete within yourself. When was the last time you truly enjoyed your own company? When you weren't distracted by social media, messages, or expectations, just you, with yourself? Solitude is not something to be feared. It is only scary when we don't know how to embrace it. Imagine an artist painting alone in the quiet of the night, or a writer sitting by a window, pouring emotions into their words. They are alone, but they are not lonely, because in that moment, they are connected with themselves, with their passion, with their inner world. But why does solitude scare us? Why do we constantly seek validation from others? Society has taught us that being alone is a bad thing. People ask, why don't you have a partner? Why are you always so quiet? Why don't you go out more? And slowly, we start believing that being alone means there's something wrong with us. We fear facing ourselves. Solitude forces us to confront our deepest thoughts, our wounds, our insecurities. And sometimes, that's scarier than any external challenge. We fear being forgotten. Humans are social creatures. We fear waking up one day, looking at our phone, and seeing no messages. We fear being alone on holidays, eating dinner without someone beside us. But solitude doesn't mean no one cares about you. It simply means you have a moment to truly care for yourself first. If you ever feel lonely, instead of running from it, try turning it into something meaningful. 1. Learn to appreciate silence. Life is loud. We're constantly surrounded by noise, notifications, conversations, expectations. But in silence, we can truly hear ourselves. Quiet morning with a cup of coffee. An evening walk alone. Just you with your thoughts. 2. Invest in yourself. Ask yourself, when was the last time I truly took care of myself? Learn a new skill. Read a book that inspires you. Write down your feelings in a journal. When you focus on growing yourself, solitude becomes an opportunity instead of emptiness. 3. Cherish deep connections over shallow ones. Solitude does not mean you have no one. It simply helps you see who truly matters. One meaningful conversation with a close friend can be more fulfilling than 100 casual interactions. 4. See solitude as a gift. Ask successful people. Ask great artists. They all have periods of solitude, because in solitude, creativity is born. In solitude, we discover who we really are. Solitude is not an enemy. It is a space where we can heal, grow, and prepare ourselves for meaningful connections. At the end of the day, remember, you are not alone. Maybe right now you feel lost. Maybe you think no one sees you, no one understands you. But somewhere out there, someone is thinking about you, hoping you find happiness. Solitude is not something to fear. It only becomes painful when we haven't learned to love ourselves. So embrace the moments when you are alone, because sometimes in solitude, we find ourselves. CTA, call to action. Have you ever experienced deep solitude? What are your thoughts on being alone? Leave a comment and share your feelings. And if you're feeling lost right now, remember, you're not alone. I'm here, listening.